Where am I? Oh my god, this is scary. It's it's an endless hallway. What am I gonna do? I'm scared. This was the story of my experience in the Backrooms and how I escaped successfully and didn't die. I'll let my recreation do the talking, and that's enough from me. I'll see you guys at the end of the video. It was an ominous evening back on June 29th, 2018. It was a very quiet night, and as I stumbled upon an abandoned building, I realized that the power was still on, so I went ahead and walked in. I then noticed the crumbling wallpaper, as well as the bright lights on the ceiling making that buzzing noise that we all know and love. Well, at least to some people. Well, in the slightest. I realized that as soon as I walked into that room, I turned around and I was trapped. It was just another concrete wall right smack in front of me. I had no clue what to do. I was trapped in the back rooms. The journey began as I was stumbling through many hallways that looked exactly the same, all 4x4, all the same, doorways the same, lights the same, all of it. I was terrified. I had no clue what to do. It was an endless loop of walking. I heard many strange noises around me, but those luminescent lights broke me. Those were the most annoying things, and eventually it drove me insane. Those lights drove me insane. Eventually, after many days, I lost my sanity, and it was insane. It felt like years. I lost track of time. But then one moment occurred when I heard a voice. It was a human, not like any other human. It was all dark. It was burned. It was like a burned human. He was burned to death, and he was trying to talk to me as if he wanted to do something to me. But in my correct instinct, I decided to run in the opposite direction and find another way. And eventually, I made it to a new level, up a flight of stairs, and I was on level 1. This level was insane, and it was the way I got out. It was more like an industrial zone. But I was eventually able to find my way out on this level. I was happy I was away from those lights that were buzzing so much, but still, there were many buzzing noises and many machinery noises that I seemed to hear a lot. But it wasn't very long until I found my exit on that level. But it was way scarier than level 0. I wonder what level 2 and beyond is like, because there are many stories of those people going to those levels. But I didn't experience that. But still, level 1 was insanely scary, but I eventually found my way out. One room had stood out against all of the other rooms. It was a room with many television screens piled up against a quartz wall that was 3x3, and it was the most scariest room I've ever been inside of. But that's the room where I escaped, and I hope I never go back to the back rooms. But I know there are stories of people going back, and it was not fun because it was worse the second time. But the second time, you knew what to do. But I never want to experience that again. It was the most horrible few months of my life. But I don't know how I lived, but I made it. But when I came back, I've been missing for many weeks. But I just came out of the building that I walked into months ago, or maybe even weeks. It was a long time. I will never forget that wallpaper, and anything else in those rooms. I will never forget it, especially the buzzing. I'll never forget it. It will be the only thing I will remember at death. On my deathbed, I will remember it. It will be with me for the rest of my life. and I will live on telling this story of the most scariest experience of my life. But I wish everyone else who appears in this room once again have a good time and good luck. Well, I was just kidding about the good time, but good luck. And goodbye. Thank you for watching, and remember, never forget this story of the Backrooms.